Hi guys, welcome to my new art corner area in sunny Tempe, Arizona, which is just like Phoenixy, like next to it, adjacent, I guess. I don't know, I really don't know how to get around anywhere here because it's just completely different. And, you know, I'm being from Chicago, I mean, I'm used to, A, paying to go on any of the interstates, and B, knowing how to get around because, I grew up there and I drive around. I love driving around and going to different places, and it never phases me to go like 30 minutes or 40 minutes to go to a certain store just out of the blue because, I just love going places and exploring. And what's really cool is that here, the sides of the freeway, the easements, I guess you could say. Like back in Illinois, we didn't care about them and they looked like crap or they were just covered in grass. But like here, even when you go under bridges, there's like little I saw one place where it was little cactuses. And by little, I mean like they look little from your car, little. So there were like cacti, and I hope that's the plural, I don't know. And just like all these different shapes, and everything's decorated and beautiful. And I mean, you're driving down the freeway and there's, this sand that's kind of like a bait. Like if I mix these two colors together, I mean, it's gorgeous. And then they'll have lilac bushes, and then sometimes there'll be yellow plants, and sometimes there'll be green flowers. And it's just really beautiful, and it's a great color palette, and I really love it. I'm sorry if there's not enough light. I don't have a lamp in here. I don't have a bed in here. I have my art stuff, and I'm living out of a suitcase still. So, I mean, that's great, right? So, but yeah, it's really cool. And then look at, this is the closet. If you see, like, it's really deep. Like, I'm going to put, like a 6-foot folding table in there. And that's going to be, like, where my UDO goes, and my binding machine, and my sewing machine. There's just a ton of room in the closet. And originally, this desk, which this is what my desk looks like right now. Of course, I got to show, I have my Starbucks drink. And it's not really showing anything, sorry. But it's just like a huge mess because I've just been playing. And there's the canvas that I'm working on. I can't see where it's pointing, there we go, right there. And then that's the view out my window. And so I've just I'm gonna write a blog post later, but there's so many things I'm learning. Like there's grass here and it rains more than I thought it would. Let me fix that. And just really cool stuff like that. So I've got my little, this I'm actually listing on Artfire soon, my little art quilt that I did. Out of everything that was packed, the last thing sitting on the driveway after we got the whole thing packed was my sewing machine. So I don't have a sewing machine. And I wanted to show you, this is my new journal. I'm kind of going a different direction with journaling because I can't show you because it's underneath the computer to keep it at this height, but I've been doing a lot of writing. I do about a page or two of longhand writing every single day, and I love having smaller journals, like one journal for each month. So this is going to be mid-October to hopefully just the beginning of November I'll fill it. But I sewed this all together by hand, and it's really cool because, it's got the painted canvas cover, which you can see better if I open it. So, painted canvas cover, and it's got, I don't know, it's squishy because I put quilting batting in it. And then I also put in a sheet of, it's way over there, of chipboard. So it's got it's not floppy, like you see, I'm trying to bend it and I can't. But it's not really rigidly hard, which I really like. And I got this paper, let me just show you a spread or something. And it's called Stonehenge, and it's an off-white paper. That's white. I didn't know Michael's has rewards cards now, but that's white, and that's an off-white paper. And they don't really classify, it's not classified as watercolor paper or drawing paper, it's just art paper. And it does have a tooth like vellum, but I've been working on it, and I don't have to gesso it, and it responds really well, and it's got the deckled edge at the bottom. I don't want to show that part because that's my friend's address. This is when I went out to lunch with Dawn Sokol, and I got directions to fabric stores and Michael's and all that kind of stuff, but you can see the deckled edge at the bottom that I kept. And yeah, it's got the polka dots. And the next one that I make, I'm going to put little, I'm going to sew a pocket in here so that you can put stuff in it, because my journal has, it has my letter from my pen pal from the Small Art Pen Pal project, which I really want to post all those pictures, but I don't have any way to edit anything. I have to actually take pictures, put them on my mom's netbook, edit them one at a time because it's not really fast, put them back on the memory card for the camera, plug them into this computer, and then update and then post them. But I can't edit anything because when I put it on the blog, because like I only get like 3 or 4 lines worth that I can see because the netbook it's 1024, but then it's by 500. And, you know, everything's designed for, you know, 1024 by whatever, 768. And I have a monitor, but, I mean, there's like my desk, you've seen it's a complete mess. So, I still don't have wireless internet. I just have like a really long Ethernet cord coming from my modem. But I do have cable internet, and I do have cable to watch TV. And I'm going to get the little dongle to go on my Wii so I can sit and get Netflix through it because I love having that stuff playing in the background. So here's the dogs. There's Drake. He's curious. Let's see if I can actually... Drakey, say hi! And then I can't actually see what I'm doing. There's Edie. She's just laying... That's one of the packing... Oh, sorry. That's one of the packing blankets from our move that I'm just using as drop cloths now. So it's really cool. But anyway, let's see. I've been talking for 6 minutes. Okay. So here's my journal. And I'm really excited because I'm going to show you. This is a spread I did. And I'm going to post pictures. But look at this. It's like completely different than anything I've done. And I'm like in love with playing this way. And there's like so many layers and everything. And then this is my page that I did where this is totally inspired by Dina Wakely because, oh, that's how you say her name, sweetie. I'm sorry. Because I love her stuff, how there's like stuff hidden in her stars and her hearts and stuff. And then, you know, I'm coloring and I've got... This is a stamp on some chipboard that I cut out. I really love cutting out stamps and stuff. But this is my bag. I went to Frenzy Stamper in Scottsdale that Kelly Kilmer, she comes whenever she comes to Arizona. She teaches there. And so that was one of the places I really wanted to hit. And I bought myself some treats. Just another mini mister. And I got a Versamark, the watermarking pad, because I've always wanted to try that. And of course I got... This is dried marigold. I've always wanted to do that. And a new scraper for my palette because this is what it looks like now. And you can see all the cracks in it. I mean, it's definitely falling apart. I wonder if like people have that on eBay. And then look at these coin envelopes. They're coin envelopes, but they've got, and I bet you they did this themselves there, but they've got the little like hole in it. So I really want to like put that on a string or something. But then, this was my big purchase, was I bought a... I love Dina, her work, and so she uses this color wash all the time, and so when I was there, it was only $5 for a bottle, and I was like, well, that's pretty reasonable. So I bought a bottle, and I've got, this is my next spread in my journal, and this is like all the extra paint, and so this is actually like how I'm painting now in like blocks of color, which is so much fun, and it's really cool because I have my 2 paintings on the wall, the girl with the wings and the other girl from Nana, up on my wall, and it's going to be like where my bed is. And then I have the painting like I showed you on the floor, and she walks by my room and she goes, that painting is fucking awesome. So it's always great when your parents are like, that's awesome. So, but I want to try this really fast because I've been talking for 8 minutes now, and I think YouTube lets you go up to 15, which is cool. But I wanted to try this and just experiment and just blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I'm going to use, I have this stencil. It's really cool. It's like a wallpaper, and I got this at CHA. It was for one of the workshops, or the make and takes, but it was by that Reflections company that Michaels has. Like, I have my little tiny rotary blade because I have my giant big ass ruler that was $2. And let me tell you, rotary blade plus awesome ruler, let's see, perfect. So I didn't want to spend $25 for the one that like is supposed to sit on this edge and everything. I was like, if I spent $2 on the ruler, I'm not going to spend that much time. So anyway, I've got this stencil that's theirs, and I'm just going to lay it down on my journal page. And let me move this really fast. I can't edit anything, so you kind of have to. You're just going to have to go on an adventure with me and see me really close up and everything. So I got to move some stuff out of the way and try not to knock anything down. There we go. You can see my inspiration board. I've got my Copic color chart, and this is actually a pavilion in England that my mom got. It has my old address, so it doesn't matter. One of Robin Marie's first things, a card from my best friend. And then I love this little art quilt. So I'm just gonna kind of do this. This is how I started doing videos though, guys, is I literally close the lid of my laptop until it gets a good shot of my work area, and I mean that's how I started. So I'm gonna do this here, and I guess you just kind of, I don't know if you shake it or what, but I'm just gonna start going. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, and it's like dripping all over the place, which is totally cool, but oh my gosh, it got everywhere. Okay, so yay for an apron, and I'm gonna pick that up, and then I think I want to do the negative, and I'll just kind of like turn the page and do that. So that has that on there, and I really don't know how to hold everything open. So, wow, does it get everywhere. Okay, so they need to put that on the bottle or something. Will get all over everything you could possibly have in your studio, you know, spray with care. So that's really cool, and because I closed it, now it's on the other side, and it's totally leaking through the signature, which is fine, but I just want to kind of, like, here's my pen, it's like all over. But I've never used this before, so, I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I can just kind of, like, clean this up later, though, like, with some water or something, except it's still leaking down the side, so. That's why I have this plastic mat down. So that's what it looked like. I mean, just my first time. And you can see the paper, it kind of soaks in, almost kind of like watercolor paper, but not really. I don't know. And then this is what when I put the thing down. So that'll be really fun. And this is, of course, over here, like where I test, where I clean out my Copics, because I found a way to paint with Copics, which is pretty cool. And there's some on here, which you can't really see right now, but I'll do a video on that later. So that's fun. And then, like, I've got, let's see how much time I've been talking. I'm at 11. Okay, so I have like 2 more minutes or so. I got one of these. Open. The Versamark pack. Hopefully I didn't just break it. I'm trying to open it up. It's not going to work on anything in my journal, per se. So we'll put this up here. But what I really like about watermark pads is, for example, like here's my experiments book, which I really should have worked in first. And like you can see, and I'll do a thing with the spray ink and put it in here, but whenever I'm experimenting, like this is colored with Copics and then embossed over. And then watercolor stamp. Like whenever I'm playing with something new, I always do it in here. So let's grab a stamp really fast. So I've got my block, and this is just an unmounted rubber stamp that I got from Hobby Lobby, which I don't know where there's any lobbies of hobbies around me here. I think they're pretty far away, actually. And you do that. Okay, cool. I don't know if you can see it. Let me hold it up. But that's kind of like what it looks like, and it stays like that. And I really love that effect. I think it's so cool. So I'm going to experiment with that some more. And the little coin envelopes. And cutting down, and of course the new color of the dried marigold, which I'll experiment with too. But that color wash is really, I did not expect it to be that like concentrated. And so you know, tomorrow or Monday, I'll be heading back to Frenzy Stamper to go and get more colors, because that's really cool. And like you can't really make it yourself. Like she said, you could put the ink from the re-inkers in and do that, but it won't be as concentrated as this, and that's just really cool. I can see why people are addicted with it, but you can see my hands. So anyway, that's me, and I'm just gonna keep playing in my journal, and I'm gonna do I have another piece of loose canvas. I like to let the gesso dry overnight on the loose canvas, just because I'm gonna be painting with Copics. So there's my new piece, and I like doing them this way. There's a new one. Let's see. I don't think I've shown this one. I have literally a file folder, and this is just all, like this is colored with, that's watercolors on that. That was when I was starting. This is the finished one I just did that I really love. Let's see. This one is from my 21 Secrets class. This is the first one I did. I love this one. I adore this one though. And this is just me journaling on, this one is when my best friend's brother died. So that's kind of a sad one. And then there's this one. So, I mean, I've just been playing on that and playing on the canvas, and now I'm playing with more toys. So, there's an update from Arizona. Later.